Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. To those of you that are returning, welcome back, and to all the new subscribers, I hope you really do enjoy the content that we have for you in the channel. So 2 weeks ago I spoke about purpose, and I did say that there's going to be a part 2 video. So this is going to just conclude on everything that we had spoken about the last time. So I just want to give a special thank you to everyone that has been watching the videos on the channel, on my social media platforms. I really do appreciate the support and the words of encouragement. They mean a lot to me, and I know a lot of you as well have contacted me privately to just, you know, speak about things. I really do appreciate it, and I'm so happy, and it makes me so happy to know that the content that I'm sharing is actually making a difference in someone's life. And you know, to get that kind of feedback from you guys really does motivate me as a person as well. So I just wanted to send a special thank you to everyone that has reached out, and to everyone that just watches the videos. I really appreciate it. Before I start with anything, I just wanted to say Happy Youth Month. I know this is a very special month for the youth as we celebrate the youth of 1976, and as well it is my birthday month, yay, so I'm a bit excited about that. I just wanted to say as well that I have got something very special coming up on the channel, so do stay tuned. I will be announcing at the end of this video what we have in store for you guys. So on the last video we spoke about purpose, and we just, you know, explored the different things that may be stumbling blocks towards a young person or just a person in general achieving their purpose. And we said the first thing is the fact that we don't know what purpose is, and like, you know, I shared a few guidelines of a book I was reading as to how to go about in trying to find your niche, which is your purpose in a way. The second thing was the fear of failure, and we just broke that down, and I think we concluded that when we fear something, we're just scared of something that's not even there. And the third thing was that we just fear how people will perceive us, and we fear how the next person will think of us if we do certain things. And I think we broke that down pretty well as well, and we just got to the conclusion that you know, as individuals, we need to get to a point where we are happy with who we are, and if we're doing something or anything that makes us happy and that is aligned with the principles that we believe in, then that's fine. It doesn't really matter what the next person thinks of that. So the fourth thing that I'd say sort of stops us from, you know, living a life of purpose is the fact that we do not believe in ourselves. So we don't have the confidence to start. And you know, this is something that's very common, and I will be honest and say that I suffered from this for a very long time, and even sometimes I still doubt myself. So if you're not confident in yourself, even when you're doing something right, because you yourself don't believe that it's right, you will feel like it's wrong. And you know, that's what I noticed. And I think this is also something that happens in the brain. It's a mental state. Once you yourself really tap into the zone of believing that, you know what, I'm called for this. And how do you know that you're called for this? Because you're getting those compliments from people, because you know, when you do it, you feel happy, and you just know that you're good in it. I think this too is something that needs to change in the mind. We need to know what defines us. As a person, I believe I'm defined by how God perceives me. God sees in me a conqueror. God sees in me someone that has got potential. God sees in me perfection. God says that I am wonderfully and fearfully made. So if he perceives me like that, who am I to say no, I don't have what it takes? Who am I to let anyone else think that I don't have what it takes? So this is it. Like, for me, it just was such a relief to realize that everything that I am, everything that I have was decided before. So I think it really helps when you've come into terms with you yourself and understanding who you are, because once you know who you are and what you stand for, and what you're gifted in as a person and what you're good at, then it's easy for you to, you know, tap into the zone of confidence and understanding that these are the things that I have been blessed with uniquely as Nosipho, and as a result, then it is up to me to make sure that I live in purpose, in a purposeful life that is aligned with these things that are gifted unto me. So the fifth point is that you know, we're just not in the right state of mind, and there's a lot of things that could cause us to not be in the right state of mind, and those things could be like, you could be going through stuff in your life, you could be depressed, you could be stressed, like there's just a lot. Sometimes there's just things in life that demand you to be somewhere else, and like they just take up your space and you're not able to focus really in the things that you're gifted in, and that's completely normal. And then I'm not gonna dwell much on this one of not being in the right state of mind. Yeah, if you know that there's things that are holding you back in life, if you know that there's things that you haven't dealt with in your life, I would highly recommend that you know, see a psychologist. If that is not practical, speak to someone that you know will speak sense in your life. Talk to someone that you trust, someone that you look up to, that, you know, has a heart for these things. So the sixth and last point that could stop us from achieving our purpose is the fact that we have not surrounded ourselves with the right people. This means that we do not associate with people that could help us in achieving our purpose. And I mean, the Bible is clear on this. It says that bad company corrupts good character. Something that I'm very intentional about. Every time I have a relation or a friendship or whatever it is, I often have to ask myself, how does this benefit me, or how will it benefit me in the future? And I think if we get into the habit of asking that question, then we'll be able to align ourselves with the right people that will direct us towards our purpose. If you're finding yourself to be in some form of a friendship or whatever that is not in any way beneficial to you, but rather is taking away from you, then you're at the wrong place. And so I really do think that being careful with who we associate with will help us a lot in growing towards our purpose. And there's nothing wrong with making a decision to eliminate other people in your life because you want to start a new life for yourself. You want to, you know, pursue something that you feel strongly about. Be intentional about the people that you relate with. I can still remember the first year of my varsity. Being in varsity for the first year, I mean, this is something completely new to you. It's very tempting to, you know, follow the wrong crowds, let me just put it like that. But I can say, and I still say to this day, that one thing that has really contributed to my success, especially while I was at Wits, was making sure that I hang out with the right people, making sure that I hang out with people that are there to get their degrees and be out, making sure that I was there with people that knew who God was, making sure that I was becoming friends with people that believed in the same principles as I do. You rub off people's energies. So if you're chilling with people that are negative, their negativity will rub off you. But if you go for the crowds that, you know, preach positivity and everything about dreams and achieving dreams, then you will sort of adapt to that kind of energy, and you'll see then how that will change your life to the better. So I think we've covered everything about purpose. I try to break it down a little. I just want to end with a quote from a book that I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading a book by Michael Todd called Relationship Goals, and you know, he speaks about purpose in a way that I never thought of before. He actually says that purpose is something that we should understand in perspective from a very young age. So his focus is more purpose in the sense of forming relationships. So I just want to read a few quotations from the book that I found to be really useful, and I hope that you guys will also find it to be motivational as well. So it says that dreams that God has planted in us. And my purpose added to your purpose, added to the purposes of millions of others, combined to produce the kingdom that God is building. And this is what I spoke about in the last video. And I used the analogy that is found in the Bible of the different parts of the body. He continues to say that within that perspective, what seems small is really big. So it doesn't matter how small you think your purpose is or how small you think your calling is. In the bigger picture, it will be big because it combines with the dreams and purposes of other people, and then it will form this magic that God has intended. As mentioned, guys, that I have a very special announcement to make in celebration of Youth Month. I have invited a few guests to join us in the YouTube channel. And these are people that I personally find to be quite motivational, so I don't doubt that they will definitely have an impact in our lives. So do stay tuned, guys. For the next few weeks in June, I'll be bringing you guests that are very, very, very influential in their spaces, and I hope we learn from them. I myself am looking forward to learning a lot from just engaging with them. I'm looking forward to just understanding how they, got out of their situations and made something great out of themselves. I'm looking forward to understand what motivates them on a daily basis. What does it take to remain influential in their space? So yeah, guys, stay tuned. I don't doubt that you will really, really enjoy the next few episodes, and please do call your friends, your cousins, your family members to tune in, because I really do believe that there's a lot to learn from these individuals that I'll be bringing to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to the channel. I'm looking forward to an exciting 3 weeks of June. Please do drop your comments and your likes and invite more people to subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate your support, guys. I'm really nothing without you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week as we have our first guests in celebration of the month of June. From me, it's nothing but love.